let's talk about these 23 Democratic candidates.
We know them all.
So I want to talk specifically about the debates and how they're figuring out how they're getting people in the debates. The first debate's going to take place in June in Miami, hosted by NBC News. So how they're doing it is if you have 65 individual donations, like from 65,000 different...
65,000.
65,000.
65.
Sorry.
Like, I might be able to swing this.
I was switching to... 65,000 individual donations from different people, you would qualify for the debates. The other way to qualify is if you are polling at 1% in 3 different polls. Why the threshold is only 1%, I don't know. But okay, so there are 9 candidates who have done
Well, there's a lot of candidates who are well known who are only polling at like 1%.
Mm-hmm. So here's going to be my point. I'm going to tell you who the 9 who have done both, and I'll just name them now, and then I'll make the point. Bernie Sanders, Pete Buttigieg, Kamala Harris, Elizabeth Warren, Joe Biden, Amy Klobuchar, Beto O'Rourke, Andrew Yang, Tulsi Gabbard.
Oh.
That is all that should be at these debates. Those are the candidates.
Did you say Cory Booker?
No Cory Booker.
Damn. Kamala Harris on there?
Yes, Kamala Harris is. But, I mean, those 9, they're the candidates. So now we've got 8 others who have polled at least 1% in 3 polls, and I can only name 3 of them. There's Gillibrand, Cory Booker, and Julian Castro. These other 5, I can't name.
Oh, there's some, like, white bread white guys.
Yeah, and
I saw like 4 of them, and did these come out of a copy machine?
Yeah, my point though is those first 9 who have done both. Those are the first tier candidates. The rest of these people should have to participate in a lesser debate. Get those 9 talking to each other, and who really cares about these other? There's just so many no names when you got 23 people. So we're going to be mixing in all of these no-name ones talking with the frontier, but these are the ones who people care about, who are making headlines. The rest are just, they're benefiting from the publicity of this to turn it into a career elsewhere.
Yeah, someone I don't see on there who I think actually stands a chance to make the 65,000 separate donations. You've been following the Mike Gravel thing?
Yeah, of course. So I would love to see him do it. But I saw something where it's going to be incredibly difficult for them at the rate they've been going to get there. So they're going to need a big surge to do it.
See, I saw them a thing that said they were going to make it, but maybe that was a different period.
Yeah, as far as I saw when I was looking up this stuff is that they're kind of worried about getting there at this point because they did the math on how often they're receiving donations, and they're going to need to go at a much faster rate to be able to qualify in time for this.
What's interesting, a buddy of mine on Twitter made some comment about, why is everyone giving money to this Mike Gravel guy? Give money to me, I'm poor. And the Mike Gravel Twitter account was like, hey, what's your PayPal account? They give him $20.
Yeah, those kids running that, they're great. I heard a podcast with one of the kids running the Twitter, and he's only 18 years old, but he's really smart. He knew a lot about these issues.
Yeah, is it one guy, or is
there's
it...
there's 2, but then they made it clear that there's much more involved with this, that they're just the ones that get all this publicity because that's how the media has been framing it, is the 2 people that convinced him to running the Twitter. But there are more involved. But that is...
I'd like to see it just because I don't know how lucid is he.
He's fine.
He?
Yeah, because he does interviews. If there's on YouTube with some of the progressive YouTubers, he's gone on their shows, and no, he's completely coherent.
Okay.
He's very old. He's 80. What 80? I don't know.
Like upper end of 80s, isn't he?
Yeah, it might even be 88.
I was slightly concerned these kids were
I know,
almost
Weekend at
taking
Bernie's,
advantage of them. Yeah.
propping up a dead guy to get to run for president. But no, Mike Gravel's a great guy. He's got great views. It would be great to get him at the debate and push the Democratic Party on some of these things.
Especially like foreign policy, because I think
yeah,
like,
he's
domestically we have more leftist candidates than we've ever seen before.
Mm-hmm.
But there's really no one
leftist
speaking
positions,
about U.S. imperialism or things like that.
The one who is gets all the hate, Tulsi Gabbard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's got the best foreign policy of any of them. And, I mean, I don't know what's happened, but they've vilified her. I saw a poll of...
Is it because of her comments with Assange and...
Do people even care about that, though? That's what, like, that leads me to believe that wouldn't be it. Because who has an opinion on that, even?
A lot, like, in the media, a lot of people do.
I don't think...
Which I think a lot of
I think it has more to do with...
the Russiagate stuff?
Yeah, with comments on Trump and then people interpreting it as like
support.
Yeah, that's what I think is the big thing. Because I saw a poll and it said 85% of Democrats wouldn't vote for Tulsi Gabbard. She was number one of candidates that they wouldn't support. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
What? I don't understand.
See, the leftist perspective on that I've heard is that it's who she supports Modi in India, who can be pretty aggressive towards Pakistan. But
So
even that, like, I'll make concession for if she's good about foreign policy everywhere else.
Yeah, and I've always said I didn't really know her because for everything, I would see, like, two perspectives. Like, anytime I tried to do research, there were two opposing things that were very strong, and I couldn't really get a feel. And then people who I trusted their opinions were kind of split on her, too. So I haven't really known what to do. But the more and more I see it, it's like, she's good. Why?
Yeah, the
why
criticisms
are
of her
they?
seem kind of empty.
Yeah, why is there so much hatred towards her? That I don't understand, and I haven't seen good, like, criticisms. There's things like you mentioned that are valid, but the reason that I feel most people are not happy with her are completely superficial and bad reasons.
Yeah, I think it all kind of stems from the Russiagate. We
Yeah.
said, well, it's a good thing that we've found no collusion.
And that is a good thing. I mean, come on. Why
think-
would we want that?
Because then the Democrats can wipe their hands of responsibility for
Yeah, it's like that's when you're completely playing into your team.
2016 election. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I really think that the way that they should organize these debates,
There's just too many people right now.
there are, and so let's raise the standard. Look, because what they're going to do is they're going to have 20 people for the first debate and hold it on 2 nights where 10 and 10. But they're going to mix these people up. Whoever qualifies, they're going to mix them up. But that's not how they should do it. They should have a tier 1 and a tier 2 debate and have these people who have done both of the things on one, because these are, in my opinion, the more important candidates that have more relevant campaigns that have a sincere chance of winning.
I'm convinced the DNC does not want to win this election
Why is that?
because the economy is doing great right now, but there's so many signs that it's going to crater very soon. And I don't think they want to be stuck holding the bag when that happens. And they think that if they continue with Trump for 4 more years, and this is just speculation. I'm not saying this like
No,
it's true.
and that's I mean, I'm thinking about it as you say it. It's I mean,
because no matter what,
even without
economy's
the
going to-
conspiracy part,
Yeah.
just think if that happens. Think
It
if a
will.
Democrat. Yeah, I
In the-
mean, and it's most likely going to happen. That the economy does. We have a huge recession or even a depression, and there's a Democratic president. It's like it's potentially a generational, like,
Yeah.
loss for.
It will define Democrats for the next decade.
God, that's a good point. So, if Trump does get reelected, that will be the thing that I use in my head to get through that.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll hear that story a lot. But at the same time, I still want Bernie to be in office because because I think that he can kind of walk through the fire better than any other candidate for this impending depression.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking of too.
And I think that if he does it correctly and he does it well, people will look at it like a success still.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look at the New Deal. People kind of have a favorable opinion of FDR because of how he handled that pressure.
And think of, so, I mean, this could happen with Obama, but think if Obama would have bailed out the working class rather than the banks and auto companies.
Mm-hmm.
And that's potentially what you have with someone like Bernie. Like, if we're facing something like that, because that literally did happen where we've been through a huge recession right when a Democratic president took office. Got through it, but the way we did it was very much a Band-Aid to this next one.
Mm-hmm.
But what if you approach it?